Welcome back to Foundations in Foresight, a Think Forward series. I'm Steve Fisher, and today on episode 30, we're doing something special. We're going to pause, reflect, and deeply integrate all the transformational principles we've explored together over the last few episodes. Specifically, we'll revisit and synthesize the principles of our transform model: holistic approaches, natural transformations, positive sum outcomes, adaptability, anti-fragility, and advanced systems thinking. In this episode, we'll not only consolidate our learning, but also engage in practical exercises that help bring these powerful concepts to life in your personal and professional context. Additionally, we'll look ahead and set the stage for what's next, the Spectrum Foresight Method, and discuss how it will build on the foundations we've laid. Let's start by quickly recapping each principle we've covered. Holistic approaches. In episode 25, we discussed the importance of seeing the bigger picture rather than isolated parts. Holistic thinking allows you to connect the dots between diverse factors like culture, economics, technology, and environment. Remember, complex problems require comprehensive solutions, and fragmented approaches often lead to unintended consequences. A holistic approach encourages collaboration, inclusivity, and broader strategic thinking. Natural transformations. Nature provides powerful lessons for managing change, and in episode 28, we explored self-organization, emergence, and feedback loops. Consider how ecosystems self-organize, how complex patterns like flocks of birds emerge naturally, and how nature uses feedback loops to maintain balance. These lessons remind us that resilience often comes from flexibility and decentralized organic interactions rather than rigid control. Positive sum outcomes. In episode 26, we highlighted the difference between zero-sum thinking, where one's gain is another's loss, and positive sum outcomes, where all participants can gain. Creating shared value generates long-term sustainability, innovation, and growth, benefiting communities, businesses, and individuals simultaneously. We discussed how organizations like Patagonia exemplify this by balancing profitability with sustainability, creating value across the entire system. Adaptability and anti-fragility. In episode 29, we took resilience to the next level, examining adaptability, the capacity to flexibly adjust to new circumstances, and anti-fragility, the ability to actively improve from shocks and disruptions. Anti-fragility is about viewing disruptions not as setbacks, but as opportunities for growth. Companies like Netflix and Slack showed us that facing disruption strategically can lead to significant competitive advantages. Advanced systems thinking. Finally, we delved deeply into systems thinking, a method for understanding complex interactions between interconnected components. Systems thinking helps us see patterns, anticipate consequences, and make better decisions in an increasingly interconnected world. It underscores the importance of understanding not just individual parts, but how these parts influence each other within larger structures. When integrated, these principles form a robust framework for navigating complexity, managing uncertainty, and strategically adapting to change. The power lies in their synergy. Using them collectively provides a far richer understanding and greater strategic advantage than applying them individually. Now that we've reviewed the principles, let's actively integrate these principles into your personal and professional context. Here's a guided exercise to help you put this into practice. Step 1 is choosing your focus. Pick one significant challenge or opportunity you're currently facing. It could be professional, a project, business strategy, or organizational change, or personal, like career planning, health goals, or relationship management. Step 2 is applying holistic thinking. Write down the challenge clearly and then map out the key factors influencing it. Don't limit yourself. Include as many factors as possible, even those seemingly indirect or unrelated at first glance. Step 3 is to consider natural transformations. Next, consider how natural processes can guide your approach. Ask yourself, where can I let go of control and allow self-organization to occur? What emergent behaviors or solutions might arise naturally if given space? What feedback loops are currently reinforcing or balancing the situation? Step 4 is where we foster positive sum outcomes. Reflect on how your actions could benefit everyone involved. How can my decisions create additional value for others as well as myself? How can this challenge be reframed from win-lose to win-win scenarios? Step 5 is strengthening adaptability and anti-fragility. Reflect on your current strategy. How flexible is my approach? Can I adapt quickly if conditions change? How could disruptions or unexpected events be turned into opportunities for improvement? And finally, Step 6, employing advanced systems thinking. Finally, view your challenge through an advanced systems thinking lens. What interdependencies exist here? How might small changes ripple through the system? Can I visualize or map these interactions clearly to better understand potential outcomes? I encourage you to take this reflection even further. Write down your insights, then share them with a colleague, friend, or even me. I'd love to hear your stories and how these principles are shifting your thinking and actions. Ask yourself, which principle feels most intuitive to me? Which one challenges my default thinking the most? How can combining these principles provide fresh insights and more robust solutions? Your active engagement with these principles is the true key to transforming how you approach complexity and uncertainty. Now that we've integrated our learning from the Transform model, let's look ahead. The next episodes will introduce and deeply explore the Spectrum Foresight Method. This method builds directly upon the foundation we've set with our Transform principles, taking your strategic foresight to the next level. Let's talk about how Spectrum Foresight builds on Transform. While the Transform model equips you with the principles for understanding and managing change and complexity, our Spectrum Foresight Method offers tools to actively explore, envision, and strategize across multiple possible futures. In the upcoming episodes, we'll cover how to effectively scope your foresight projects, clarifying boundaries and goals, techniques for sensing signals and trends more effectively, helping you see opportunities and disruptions early, advanced scenario building methods that leverage adaptability, anti-fragility, and positive sum thinking, strategic applications to help you not just understand futures, but to actively shape them. Spectrum Foresight is about taking your foresight skills from theoretical exploration to practical, impactful action, providing clear pathways to actionable strategies that integrate the complexity and insights we've already discussed. Thank you for joining me today for this integrative and reflective journey through our Transform model. And as we transition into the Spectrum Foresight Method, remember that these concepts aren't just theoretical. They're practical tools that empower you to navigate and shape your future confidently. Until next time, stay reflective, stay integrative, and as always, think forward.
Thanks for listening to the Think Forward podcast. You can find us on all the major podcast platforms and at www.thinkforwardshow.com, as well as on YouTube under Think Forward Show. See you next time.